Kenneth Basilio from Business World. You're recognized.
Magandang tanghali po. Yung first question ko po about sa RBH number 7. So yung isa sa mga talking points during the discussions nga on RBH number 7 makakapagpababa ng consumer costs sa mga public utilities kung may ipapasa ang RBH number 7. Could the panel expound why they hold such view po?
Yes, absolutely. I think that's one of the advantages of opening up the economy is makaka-invite po tayo na mas maraming industry players pagdating sa area ng utilities. Pag dumami po ang mga players natin sa utilities, magkakaroon ng healthy competition. Pag magkaroon po ng healthy competition, ang magiging epekto nito, gaganda ang serbisyo at kung gaganda ang serbisyo, maghahabol yan sa pinakamagandang presyo. Pagdating sa ganong sitwasyon, at least may bibigay natin sa Pilipino yung talagang nakakaayon at mapapaganda para sa kanila. Hindi tulad sa sitwasyon natin ngayon na nakikita po natin na iilan lamang ang may hawak ng mga malalaking negosyo na siyempre hindi natin may tatanggi. Baka nag-uusap lang sila kung ano ang mga presyuhan at pagdating sa mga bilihin. So ako, isa po tulo sa magandang maidudulot ng RBH 7 is inviting more competition into the country, providing more opportunities. And I think when it comes to utilities and services, we can be assured na the Filipinos will get the best price for their peso when it comes to the services that they should be afforded to by government or by any sector for that matter.
Okay. Yung second question ko po,
Okay,
still
go
on
ahead.
RBH number 7 pa rin naman. Ang sabi ng mga ilang ekonomista, hindi lang sasapat na buksan nga ang mga tight economic restrictions sa ating konstitusyon. Kinakailangan na rin daw na i-strengthen yung ibang government instrumentalities. In relation, may naisip na ba ang Congress na mga measures which could help actualize yung pagpasok nga ng more foreign direct investments?
Well, of course, thank you for your question. Isa din po yun talaga sa mga pinag-aaralan po namin sa Kongreso ngayon. Kasi ayaw naman natin na saka na lang kami gagawa ng mga legislation pag naaprubahan na yung RB 87. So, may mga small group discussions na po kami within the committees and within amongst ourselves in what specific agencies and departments needs to be strengthened, needs to be supported, needs to be upgraded so that we can make sure that we can properly cater to the influx of foreign direct investments into the country. Isa po dyan yung ease of doing business. I think we need to be able to improve on this specific issue pagdating sa national government, pagdating sa local government. Kailangan din po natin mas streamline yung bureaucracy para sa ganon hindi na po daang-daang signatures ang kinakailangan ng isang investor na may secure para lang maitayo ang kanyang negosyo dito sa ating bansa oras na ma-lift po natin yung mga economic restrictions. Other than that, we're also looking at how to minimize red tape in the bureaucracy just so that we can assure the investors that their investments are properly well taken care of by the state, by the local government, or by the national government, whoever government instrumentality it may land on. So ilan po ito sa mga tinatalakay at pinag-uusapan po namin sa Kongreso ngayon. Pagpapakita po ito na forward-thinking po ang leadership ni Speaker Martin Romualdez when it comes to improving the economy. We want to make sure that after Step 1, Step 2, and Step 3 are also in place just so that we can send the right signal to the world that the Philippines is ready for more investments coming in. No?
To add lang to Kong JJ, na-touch niya yung competitiveness, of course, pag dumarating po yung mga foreign investors, foreign companies. It will also have a direct effect to government-owned and operated corporations kasi kailangan sumabay ng government sa services na naibibigay ng mga private entities to ensure na yung people who can't afford private options can go to the government. Pero kailangan at par din sila with our other private companies as well. Thank you.
Meron lang ako idagdag kasi na-mention ni DSJJ yung ease of doing business eh. May 'di ba alam ko may batas na tayo doon eh. This is prior to prior to the passing of the Public Service Act. Ako ang possible is if we can open up all these laws kasi ang Public Service Act is pending, may questions sa Supreme Court eh. If we can revisit this law and maybe improve on, first we need also to make sure that the foreign capital, those foreign companies will be investing their capital will also be protected, meaning hindi yung agad-agad we can already change the rules of the rules in the middle of the ball game. Of course, kung ikaw magkakapital, you also need assurance that your money will be there and for a certain number of years, kikita ka doon. So, kailangan makita din natin yung aspekteng ganun. Ano yung pwedeng ibigay natin sa kanila as a safeguard mechanism para not only are they attracted to invest their country here invest their money here in the country, but they are also protected in a certain many ways. No? Pangalawa, ang naiisip ko din, ako personally, I think it's for the House of Representatives, maybe Congress, to possibly look into yung areas where we can put up yung mga sites, no, yung mga foreign direct investment sites. I think we can also mga free port zones, etc. Kasi para makita natin, ma-plot out natin yung area where we can actually have a semblance of that area that may benefit in terms of employment, kung anong certain industry ang papasukan, no? Sa Mindanao, we have so many areas there that we can put up a investment hub, no? Na po pwedeng maka-benefit din ang local residents as well as in order also for the company to really thrive further. So ako nakita ko yung possible geographic locations where we can put up free ports, improve the free ports, and then possible location of the investment sites.
Thank you, Kenneth. Okay. Thank you, Kenneth.